Hello internet friends, hope you're doing well. Welcome back. I am still here going over some of the stuff that I think it's important for you to know. It's quality of life things that are going to make your life a lot easier. So in this episode I'm going to try and get some levels, but before we get on to that we need to still look at some of this stuff like fast travel, how to get around the galaxy, and there are some conveniences in Legends that will make that a lot easier for you. So I've just switched to my entertainer because one thing I thought, rather than saying just go and search for it, I could just show you the entertainer buffs that are available. And it'll give us a chance to have a look at some stats as well at the same time. So Napabaka is watching deck at the minute, so when it's time for me to inspire and give that inspiration buff, this is what the entertainer sees. And these are all the buffs that are available. You have a certain number of points you can spend, 20 points, and all these various buffs cost a different amount. So we can buff agility, all your main stats. I'll just go over the main stats. Agility is to do with dodging primarily. Constitution is your health. Luck affects a number of things in the game. Reverse engineering it also affects critical hit chance and stuff like that. Precision is to do with hitting at a distance, but it also affects, what's the effect that it's something that you wouldn't think that it would. It's something to do with, maybe it's glancing blow or something like that, but it does have an effect on defense as well. Stamina is your action, that's underneath the green bar underneath your health. How much your pool of energy for firing your special moves and whatnot. Strength is generally for melee stuff, but it also affects block, I believe. It's kind of strange in that respect. A few of these stats have multiple things that they affect. But we can also ask, some of these are self-explanatory. The other stuff you can choose is action cost reduction for, so specials don't cost as much. Critical hit, chance, I believe. Critical hit defense. Glancing blow, that's a defensive one that a lot of people prioritize, can be useful. Jedi do a lot of that. These are some miscellaneous ones that may be useful to you. This is a really important one I should have mentioned last time. Instead of getting agility for Napabaka, I should have got this flush with success. You can, and that's what I'm actually going to do here. So you can see it gives me a 15% increase to experience gain. When you're leveling, very important. So you can get that for like the 5-hour duration, and it can help when you're going up levels. Harvest Fair, what is that? Increase per package on the number of resources gathered with harvesters, good for crafters when you're harvesting minerals. Health, the strength of your heals. Resilience, amount of damage received by damage over time effects, if you're getting hit by lots of dots. Go with the flow, increase all movement rates. I think a lot of PvPers use that. Second chance, this is kind of a unique one. I used to use it a lot with Naplu, not so much nowadays, but chance to heal yourself when you're hit in combat. Camouflage detection, that's good for spies, you know, detecting spies. Elemental damage, that's lightning. What are the elemental effects here? Heat, cold, acid, electricity. Some attacks from enemies do that, so you can get elemental resists. The two main ones I mentioned last time, that's the energy and kinetic resist, and then you have these trader ones that are your last options. Crafting assembly, amazing, the chance you'll get an amazing success during crafting, and hand sampling increases the number of resources, so the amount of stuff that you pull up. It's pretty cool. So we got flush with success. Excuse me, they do tell you not to drink Coca-Cola when you're doing YouTube videos. That's what the professionals say, but I'm not a professional. I'm an amateur, so I can drink as much Coke as I like. Okay, so it should be at the max now. We are, so I will click accept as the entertainer, then switch over. It'll go blank for a minute as I switch to my other character. That little thing up at the top there is my reshade settings clicking in, and we got the experience game. That's cool. So I just thought it'd be useful for you to have a look at that and have a look at some quick stats and whatnot. The other thing before we get on and try and do some leveling, important to look at, moving around the world. So the first thing you have to do, if I am on foot, I need to run back to the city, which is in that direction, and get a shuttle between cities or player cities and also NPC cities. So to travel there quickly, Everyone could do this. Every new character gets this option. You need a speeder, right? So save you a bit of money. Type /flash speeder. This was a giveaway with, was it Jump to Light Speed? I can't remember. Get this flash speeder. A deed has been added to my inventory. Then generate the vehicle. It's a pretty cool looking one. It looks like the Luke's Land Speeder, but a bit trendier. I tend to drop this, move this, so once you've generated it, it'll go in the data pad, and I move that over there to one of my hotbars, so I can click it in and out of existence by just hitting that button very intuitively. That's good for getting around. Let me just show you. So radial menu, you can enter the vehicle with the radial, or just use the main primary. Oh, I don't even know what you call it. Use your primary action on a vehicle. It's so dumb, you know, because lots of things you want to do multiple things with them. So I don't know. Yeah, bloody NGE. There we go. So gets us around a lot faster. It's not the fastest speeder in the game, but it's definitely useful early on. Saves you a bit of money as well. I'm not used to getting attacked by all this wildlife. There's a beetle after me, which is actually purple. It's been a while since those are purple. Man, Tatooine is dangerous. Alright, and there's also fast travel in the game. Star Wars Galaxy's version of fast travel are these instant travel vehicles, and you do get one in Star Wars Galaxy's Legends from the start. And this is useful beyond this. So type /claim. And you'll get a window coming up with all the rewards that you can claim. When you first start, you'll have a number here that you can take straight away. And then as you play the game more, every few months, you'll unlock a new reward. But the one that's useful for our purposes here is this instant travel vehicle. You can choose an X-Wing or a TIE Fighter. I think it automatically, if you're Imperial, it will spawn a TIE Fighter, Rebel and X-Wing. So we'll see what it does with a neutral character. So that has been placed in my inventory. Instant travel vehicle. Let's grant the ability. It's an ability on your hotbar. I put it on my second row of hotbars here. Let's get rid of that there. And then when you hit the command, it will generate the vehicle. So I get an X-Wing by default. Then you can use this to travel to any of the cities that have shuttle ports or starports on the planet. That's very, very handy. We don't have to travel back to the city now. Yeah, and the claims, let's bring this up again. As you unlock new rewards, some of those will be very handy to you as a new starter, even if you don't want them. So for instance there, once you get... The one that springs to mind is a crate of rare resources. This is something that high-level crafters want because it allows them to generate the specific resource that they're looking for in their crafts. And once you unlock that as a newbie, you can put that on the bazaar and it might sell for several million. So 7 million I think is the standard that they're going for. So you can make a lot of money by selling those veteran rewards and going to the bazaar and putting them up there. Okay, and we can also do something here. We can get our Jump to Lightspeed veteran reward, the Sorosub luxury yacht. That will allow us to travel by a starship between planets. I'm not going to get it. I'm going to show you getting the Starfire. I've never the yacht is a non-combat. Well, I got it anyway. It's a non-combat ship, so I don't tend to bother with it usually, because you can get a free starship from the Mos Eisley Cantina, which is where we're going to go. But to talk through while we're doing this, I'm just going to talk through using the shuttles. If you're ever stuck without your starship, I'll show you the difference between the starship terminals and the shuttle terminals. If you go to a shuttle terminal on a planet, you can travel to any shuttle or starport. If you go to the starport, I think if you go to the starport, then you get access to your ship terminal basically. So it's good. So I hope it's been useful for you so far going through all this stuff. I am trying to really think about what are the questions and stuff that are relevant to new starters. That's why I'm not barreling through and trying to get levels. We'll try and get a few in this episode. Even though we've got a speeder, I'm going to do this speeder quest for Han Solo, which once we get to level 10 or 11, I think then we get access to the Legacy Quest series. Get that started. That's a long quest chain that can take you, if you do nothing apart from that, it will take you to about level 60 or 70, I believe. So that is an example of a shuttle port. Hold on. It's little shuttles that can take you anywhere you want to go on the current planet, but it won't take you off planet. Right, click on any of these. Purchase ticket. Let's just do one to say we're going to Mos Eisley. Starport, purchase ticket. There are shortcuts to this that you'll come across over time, but use that on the vendor. And the next shuttle will board in 2 seconds. It should be coming any moment now. You have to wait. I think I just saw it drop down from the heavens. Here it comes. Make sure we don't get landed on. That will be the end of our adventure pretty quick. Let's use it now, shall we? Just go back to Mos Eisley Starport. Begin boarding. Come on, ticket collector. There you go. And one of the things that, you know, once you start playing the game is you just always just missing the shuttles because they take off and go away and you have to wait. It's happening if you resort to shuttles, which you do have to do sometimes. Once you've got your starship, not so much. Let me just switch to my entertainer and take him away because we can hear his sound effects in the background. Alright, I'll show you the shuttles. So for whatever kind of, you can, like I said, I'll be able to use my luxury yacht now, which if you don't want to do any space combat is perfectly good as a vehicle to fly between planets. So select our yacht and then come to travel, and we can go to any of the planets, any of the starports on those planets with that ship. I won't launch into space right now. But if we wanted to do that, we would launch ship and then you go into the space portion where you actually fly around in your spaceship. If you want to manage it, yeah, that one can't be upgraded, can't do anything to it. So it's almost like a, but it's good in that some people really like it. They use it as their kind of mobile home because you can decorate the interior. If you want to do any of the actual content for Jump to Lightspeed, you need to get a starship. There are different squadrons, so if you want to join the Empire, the Rebels, they're on different planets. You need to do a little bit of a Google search and find the tutorial for where they all are and stuff. But if you just want to get a starter ship really quick, a neutral, this is a neutral pilot here. We just come to this guy, have a chat with him. He thinks you've come to arrest him because he's obviously a nefarious chap. I really don't know what you're talking about. What are you doing here? I want to be a pilot. Don't want to fly for the Empire. Can you teach me? How much is it going to cost? It's a deal. Whatever it costs, I will do it. I don't have a ship. Can you loan me one? Okay, fine. I'm ready. So now we've got our starter ship, which can take us anywhere in the galaxy. And I will just show you, if you're not aware of the Jump to Lightspeed section of the game, we'll just launch off in the new ship. I'll just show you through all this because it might seem very obvious to people who are familiar with the game, but it's not so obvious if you've never done any of this before. So it should have automatically appeared in my datapad. As you can see, we've got a flash speeder now, Sorasubi luxury yacht, and the Sick Light fighter, which is the basic fighter you get from the neutral faction. You can leave a faction at any time, so it's not a problem. So select which one you want to fly with. Again, if you want to go to different planets, you can just travel automatically there. But then if you want to launch, you just click launch ship and we'll go into space. I do have a guide, as I keep saying. I have a guide to space, getting started with space. You'll get this initially, disable permanently, don't need it. But all of my controls should be set up because we copied them from Naplu. It's a very fun space simulator. One of the things that a lot of people enjoy the most about Star Wars Galaxies. Have a look around inside your ship. There's the starport. I'm not going to do any space stuff today, but I just wanted to show you how easy it is to get started. And I'll link to my pilot tutorial here if you're interested. Let's comm the station. We want to land. To land on Tatooine, let's land at Mos Eisley, freelance, and it tells you your freelance pilot trainer is there. Okay, so we've looked at inspiration buff from the entertainer's perspective, what your options are, the flash speeder, the claim reward system, we've got the starship. So I think all that remains now in this episode is to do a little bit of actual questing here, and I'm just going to follow the main quest line. We'll do this together. I believe how it works is you do these few quests for Han Solo until you get to, I think it's level 10, and then once you're at level 10, the quests for this guy will open, Vork, and he's the one who starts you on your legacy quest. But I don't think we're there yet. You have to hurry. Jabba is already searching for you. Why does Jabba want to force me to work for him? I can't explain right now. The Empire wanted you because you're special, and that's good enough for him to want you. That's all I can say. So what do? I have inside information that Jabba's man Bib is going to contact you shortly. Just do what he asks. We'll make sure. Okay, so is this going to open up for me now? No, he wants you to work for him. We've got people on the inside that will be able to help you later. Just do what Bib asks. Okay, I'll do what he says. Bib wants you to talk to the mayor about some work he needs done. So I think he contacts us at this stage. So it seems like you can do it at level 5. There he is. Ah, the troublemaker. Jabba is not pleased with you. Go to see the mayor. If you can help him pay Jabba, it might buy you some mercy. Alright, so we've got a waypoint. So you can go to Vork at level 5 and do some quests for the mayor. That's what we'll do in a minute, but before we do that, we're going to get this speeder that Han Solo told us to get, because I think we'll get a little bit of experience for doing that, because we're still at that stage. So if we want to track that one, it's automatically tracking the last quest that I picked up there. So I want to switch to a speeder for me, and it'll give me a little indicator to the wiring that I need to click on. I think it's there. Destroyed engine part. Remove the wiring. Not get back on the speeder for now. Sometimes you think people are out here kind of grinding, get up levels and stuff. Sometimes it can be these rock mites and things are good for AFK leveling. In the policy on the server is that if you do go to an area and start AFKing, macroing, you should have an option, if it's an area where people go to do quests, for them to join your group. So if you do see someone, it hasn't really happened for me at this stage. Most people do have that group invite, so if you need to kill the mobs for your quest, you can join them. But if you do come across someone killing enemies that you need for your quest, then you can always ticket that and let the CSRs know. But generally speaking, people are pretty good, and they'll find spots to AFK where it doesn't interfere with people's questing. That's in theory what should be happening. Move the steering array. I hope I get some quest XP for this. We'll see if this is worth doing once you've got your flash speeder. This speeder is not so good. It looks like a slightly slightly geeky version. It's trying to be sleek, but it's trying too hard, basically. Alright, so I just got the land speeder deed. I don't think I got any experience for doing that, so that's fine. I'll show you actually though if we want to put something on the bazaar. That's something I didn't do last time. It just shows you how to buy things. So we've already got a speeder, don't want this XP. Now that you have your speeder, why don't you speed back into town and see my friend Pal? Let's do that. We could customize the flash speeder even if we don't do that bubble domed dumbass one. It's just a far better option. It just looks cooler, doesn't it? Hello, and he'll give us a customization kit. Cancelled. Do we get a quest XP? Come on. I don't think we're getting any quest XP for doing this. Hans message is coming. Hans message not coming through. 6 seconds. So Bib's offer. Do things in a slightly different. Okay, I think Jabba's on to me. Can't risk making contact like this, but Jabba's after you. Meet my friend Vork. So he would. The end of that little quest series to get your speeder. He tells you to go to Vork. We've already got to. So the game's got a little bit confused. It's still telling me to meet Vork. Let's see if we can clear that quest. This is the thing with doing things slightly out of order. Should have just done it without talking to this guy, but I was curious, you know. I thought you could only talk to him at level 11. See if we get the same quest dialogue again. Did you get the comm from Bib yet? Yes, I did. What are you waiting for? Take care of what he needs you to do. I'm on my way. Good luck, friend. Alright, so I don't know. Maybe we'll have that extra quest and that waypoint to walk now forever. We could delete the quest. I don't think it matters. Alright, where am I going? What was I going to show? Yeah, before we do that, let's just I'll just talk you through selling something. And it's fairly straightforward, but let's put this XP speeder up. Oh yeah, and customize our flash speeder. So to customize, go to get it on screen so you can see what the effect is. Then go to your tool, use, and we have the trim and the frame. So the frame is going to be what? Oh, we've got lots of options for the flash speeder. What do you think? Red, shocking red. What befits a Wookiee? You know, I always go for that used universe sort of idea. I really don't want to be flying around in something that looks too flashy. Maybe like that kind of crappy green. That'll do for now. Okay. Ugh. Ugh. Looks definitely a used universe. And then we can do the frame. I think a nice orange. Yeah, orange and green, that'll do. So it makes it look a little bit more personal. That's the kind of thing a cool dude would have. We fly around in his cool spaceship. Yes, it's green and orange. Here we go, bazaar. So bazaar market. I want to sell this rubbish speeder. And it is called, I bet a lot of people have done this, so there'll be no demand, XP 38. Ever since the XP 38 came out, they're just down in demand. XP 38. Just do a quick search for that. XP 38. Someone's put it on. Ooh, there's one in this region. Vehicle deed for 3,500. So if we, knowing that, let us sell an item. My sales. Let's put ours up for a little bit less and see if we can actually sell it, because that's a decent amount for someone new to the game, isn't it? 30,000 if we could sell that for 30k. But always have to bear in mind the ones that are still. Ooh, you are not allowed to sell that item. That's interesting. So it's a no trade item. So, but that's how you would put it up anyway, if it were a trade. If you could trade it. Tempted to destroy it to get it out of my data pad. Alright, double click our pack and let's put it in there. Sorasubi luxury yacht deed. This is why I don't usually bother with this stuff, because it clogs up your backpack and you never use it. Chronicles is something I can't really talk you through because I don't use that system very much myself. So, but it's a way for people to create custom content, and you kind of get those drops as you're questing. I have them turned off though, I believe. Welcome to Mos Eisley. I'm Mayor Grant. Do you know the history of Mos Eisley? I hear you need me to do something. There we go. So we cleared that. What do I have to do? Mos Eisley suffered from wild vermin, hooligans, Tuscan raiders. Tell me about the vermin. I'll help. Visit the Mos Eisley Animal Control Officer. Let's check our map. Where is she? It's like in the middle of... Oh, right outside the starport. This is the easy bit. Going from quest to quest to quest. Entha Candela, what do you need from me? I assume the bear sent me? Yes. Again, lots of quest confirmations. Just tell me what to do. It's a basic kill quest, is it? I think. But now you can see sort of we're not flying around very far. We're going just on the outskirts, but the speeder makes it a lot better. A lot quicker. Don't know if we have to kill these or just identify them. I think we just have to identify what's there at the start, so I'll just look at them. Boy, this brings back memories. Womp rats and mound mites have been added to the location. That's kind of nice that as soon as I visited it, the infestation area, it gets rid of the waypoint, these waypoints on the side. If you want those up, by the way, let's go to miscellaneous. I can't remember exactly where things are. So it's probably an interface, right? It would make sense. Show terrain on radar, show blah 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 blah, show on-screen waypoint monitor. There it is. So if you want your waypoints up on the screen, toggle that on and off. Waypoints are very handy because this thing at the bottom is your quest tracker. You can move that around wherever you want it to be. I have mine down there. However, obviously as soon as you've done it, you can only track one quest at a time. So even though the information here is doubled up on this occasion, we don't really need it. Sometimes you get a quest that has no waypoints and has just the waypoints up here. So having this on-screen waypoint monitor can help. So we're just checking what's here, and then I believe once we know what the situation is, then we have to go and actually kill some things. Yeah, very strange that Vork. No, for my sense of what I might do is just get rid of that. No, I'm curious what will happen. Will the quest get confused? I have a mission to meet him, and also I've already done it. We'll see. I don't think so. It's just redundant at this stage, but never know. All right. I suppose it's handy in that we get that little waypoint back to Vork. But then you get that one to enter, so it's already taking care of that for us. So see how stuttery it is as we go through here. Because we've been outside and gone out of the range of most of the players, so as you come back in it'll probably stutter again. But it's doing okay here actually. It's, as I say, time is getting on here, so it's slowing down less than usual. It's not as condensed. Alright, quest XP. Let's see how much we get. Boom! Gone up a level. Just upload the data to my pad. Do I have to do? Kill womp rats until you find 5 infected skins. Alright, I'll just do this quest. Yeah, and so I've got this level 10, 11 in my mind as the level at which you kind of, because I don't think you have to do all of the quests for all of the people that the mayor sends you to. Do not believe that you do. There's one. Oh yeah, this is a skill that everyone has. It was rewarded to people who were there before the NGE, Favour of the Elders. It's a bit of a pain, so I have it there on F9 so I can just tap it. It doesn't last very long, and it's not an amazing buff, but it does give you an extra bit of constitution, stamina, agility. Open up your abilities menu and go to Favour of the Elders if it's not there, and just drag it to your hotbar. It's a handy one, and as long as someone uses it in the group that you're currently in, you all benefit from it, so it's a good group buff. A mottle skin, 3 remaining. Pretty quick, it's going pretty quick. I don't think you get the skin from each one, so we're getting a bit lucky here. Boom! Ah, you have acquired sweeping fire and also the ability to heal. So I'm going to put my heal... Where do I have my heal on my other characters? I think it's there. And then sweeping fire, a level 7 all-out attack on all targets in front of the commando. I think I might move my grenade to there. Let's put that one there. Kill 8 Cretals now. Easy. Let's do that. See, we've already gone up to level 7. What were we, like 5 minutes ago? We were level 5. Cretals around here. Aha! Let's try shooting a load of them. I think that stun grenade does some good AoE there. Look at that, how quickly we did it as the commando. That's great. That's kind of the reason I wanted to be a commando. So there's a few there. Not enough. Let's go and find some more. I don't think it's the only place that they are, so it's worth tabbing through targets as we go. Tab target is handy. You know, it's a nice shortcut and stuff, but the more things that are on the screen, the less useful it is. So if you've got hundreds of enemies in front of you, that's the point at which you need to manually select, right? You need to be able to click on an enemy in the environment. Tab target. I mean, it's good if you're fighting. You're only choosing between 2 enemies, but if you've got a load, it's not so good. There we go. Bang. A bit of delay on the animation there. Cretal burrows are cleaned up. Good job. Them bones. Cretals are burrowing under the crusty soil. Got that. Some money. Nearly level 8. If you're able to help out and need intact wart bones, you can find them outside the city. Warts. Ah. Some right here. Let's bob them. Houdini! I love it. I love the AoE. It's so quick. But the Wookiee bowcaster is a thing. Someone in the comments mentioned the Wookiee bowcaster, and that is one thing I'm not going to be able to use as a commando. It's making me kind of think, ooh, should I check out the bounty hunter at some point? I'm sure we will do. It's also good as well, you know, if you do a little bit of just killing of enemies. It's not a very effective way to level because you get such a small amount for killing enemies rather than questing, but if you do, then doing the AoE stuff is pretty good, isn't it? Return to enter. Oh, I've picked up some aggro here from a ganger. A bit more of a threat. Stun them. Haha! If we'd known it would take you this long, speed things up for your own good, really? I feel like I'm being pretty speedy here. Level 8. Right, back to Enter, see what she's got to say. Going to kill any more random things? It's the Star Wars equivalent of kill 10 boars, isn't it? That's okay. That can't be it. I feel like if that is it, then the commando is a lot quicker, because I feel like I was doing that for ages previously. Money and experience, great job. I need to store these away, but I should have something for you when you get back. Just drop out and off. So what do you need? Some idiot brought in some Tempest Rills as pets. Okay, I am on it. That is impressed with your real killing ability, so impressed that she wants you to do more. In particular, she wants some Tempest Rills killed. No problem. So I think I might go and kill the Tempest Rills off screen, and next time I'll have killed those and maybe be up to level 10, and we can continue the thing from there once we get the quest to talk to Vork and the legacy picks up. But anything that I think is important, kind of, my idea is to kind of, right, I'll stop there and start recording, because this is changing focus, changing things. So we're just doing things for the mayor and Enter for now. So I'll keep going until we get a change in these average quests. Alright, thank you for watching. As always, questions, comments, leave them down below, and I'll see you in the next episode. Cheers. Bye for now.